really excited for today's video because in this video I will show you how to use Swift with Fabric. Now I have already made a video on this, but in that previous video I was not able to send prop from React Native to Objective-C to Swift, as well as I was not able to send data from Swift to React Native. So that I have figured out. So this video is part 2 of using Swift with Fabric via Objective-C, and we will also see how to send props from React Native to Objective-C to Swift, as well as sending a callback from Swift to React Native directly. We don't have to go through Objective-C again. Okay, so first you have to create a default React Native project, which I have already done. Next, you have to so this video is only for iOS, as Swift is only used for iOS. Next, for iOS, cd to your iOS directory and just run this command. So once you run this command, you might face two issues. One issue is this. So if you face something like this, you can just run echo this command. So this command should be run inside the root of your React Native project, and then you can again go back to your iOS directory and try running this command. If you still face an issue, this could be the issue, your issue could be something like this. So I already have a video on my channel explaining how to resolve this issue, but you can go through the Stack Overflow post as well. So this resolved my issue on my M1 Mac, but yeah, there are other answers as well, which I definitely ask you to check to help you resolve the issue. But once you are able to run this command successfully, just run yarn iOS, and inside the metro bundler you should see fabric :true, which means the new architecture has been enabled for your React Native app. Next, we will go to Fabric Native Components, and here it says that we have to create this folder, but in the docs it is specified create this folder outside your React Native project, which according to me is wrong. You should create it inside, otherwise you will face a lot of issues. So I have created this folder RTN center text, you can see inside my project. So here you can see I have created it inside my project, RTN center text. Okay, so I will just close this for now. So create this folder, and for now just create this GS folder, and inside that we have to create this file RTN center text native component.ts, and I have just copy pasted everything from the documentation. Okay, so here you can see they ask you to create a TypeScript file in JS folder. Created this, copy pasted everything. Next we have to create a package.json file, and again I have copy pasted everything from the docs. So here you can see package.json, which is a sibling to the JS folder. Okay, next we have to create this pod spec file. So I have created RTN centered text pod spec. So here it is, and again copy pasted everything from documentation. Next we will ignore Android. So for to do code generation, what you have to do is that first you have to go to your terminal and just run this command yarn add dot slash. Don't do double dot, because our RTN center text folder is already inside React Native project, it is not outside. So just run yarn add dot slash RTN center text. Then you have to do cd dot dot, that is move outside your React Native project and run this. But here you have to make some slight changes. So this should be your app name, this should be your app name or project name, whatever, React Native project name. This should be a React Native project name, and this should be the folder name which you have created. Again, in the docs they have not added project name on line 3, because they have created RTN center text outside the project, but we have created it inside, that's why we need this. Okay, once you run this command you should see the generated folder. Okay, you can see over here generated folder. Now you have to open this iOS inside Xcode. Don't do all this whatever setup I am going to tell you, don't do this inside VS Code, otherwise you will face issue. Open this main iOS folder inside Xcode. Next it asks us to create this center text manager.mm file. So I have created this center text manager.mm file, again copy pasted everything from documentation. And next I am creating this header file. So again I have copy pasted this from documentation. Okay, before that, this is so to create a .mm file, like Xcode does not provide you an option to create an Objective C++ file. So what you have to do is select file, new file, and select Objective C. Once you create an Objective C file, the extension will be .m. Make sure you make it as .mm, otherwise you will face issue. Similarly over here as well, make sure once you create the Objective C file, change your extension from .m to .mm, otherwise you will face issue. And here as well I have copy pasted the code from the documentation. Okay, uh, now the only thing that has been changed is this: I have to comment out this line, because this does not work when you make a file inside the main iOS folder. It only works when you create an iOS folder inside our RTN center text folder, but we are not doing that because we want the Swift support. Okay, so just comment out this line and add this line, as well as you have to add this line as well. Now where do we you will get this? Okay, this is constant, dash swift dot h is constant, but from where do you will get this? So for this you have to first create center text dot swift file. Just create a swift file, center text dot swift. Yeah, forget about the code for now. And Xcode will ask you, do you want to create a bridging header? Just click on yes. So here you can see this is my bridging header, and here you can see the name of my bridging header is rn app web. So this, whatever is the first part of your bridging header, should be present over here, rnappweb dash swift.h. And here I have created an initialization of the center text file, which I have defined over here. And again, this is copied from documentation. The only thing that has been changed is make sure you add some kind of a width and height, as well as an x and y coordinate to your main view. Otherwise, if you just keep it like this, it won't work, you won't see your button. So it's better you use init with frame cgrect make 0 0, give whatever width you want, give whatever height you want. Okay, here I have changed the background color to yellow, then I have initialized the center text, and I have here we are passing some title as well. So you would be saying, okay, but the title should be coming from props, right? Yes, I know, but for now the initialization of center text is that we need to pass some kind of a title. So here even if you pass an empty string, that is fine, but pass something. Okay, because the constructor of the center text requires some title as well as some frame. So frame is view dot bounds, but title here you can give anything. That would automatically updated once you pass some kind of a prop from React Native. So here you can see I'm updating the prop as well, center text dot title. Now I'm adding that view to our sub view. Now this is copied from documentation, everything over here. Only thing that I have changed is this center. I'm updating the centered, we don't require this. Okay, centered text dot title equal to whatever the user has passed it from React Native side, and this gets updated on the Swift side. So we are going from React Native to Objective C to Swift, and this again I have copied pasted from documentation. Now coming back to our Swift file, before that I want to ask you to create these two files, event emitter.h. Okay, just copy paste this, and event emitter.m, again copy paste this. So what are these files for? So these files are for sending data from Swift side to React Native side. So it is not exactly a callback, but it is kind of an event emitter. Like whenever you want to send data from Swift to a React Native side, or from Objective C to React Native side, so you can use this file in Objective C as well. If you have watched my video on how to continuously send data from native side to React Native side, you will see that you might have seen that I have used this code. Now I don't need to write this code in Swift. I can use this Objective C code in my Swift file as well. So here I want to give credit to Apple, like they have done an amazing job of doing interoperability between Objective C, which is a very old language, and Swift, which is a very modern language. So the interoperation or the interpolation or whatever you call it is extremely great. Like we can use Objective C code in Swift and vice versa. So once you create these two files, event emitter.h and event emitter.m, next you have to go to your bridging header and you just have to add this line. Forget about this, like this was part of my debugging. So you just have to add this line so that you can use the event emitter inside your Swift file. Next, in center text.swift, like what I have done, first of all I am importing UI kit and I am adding this at the rate objective C members, so that we can access this Swift file from objective C. And I'm just extending UI view, and here I have just taken a UI button. Now forget about this for now. Okay, here I have defined a button click method, and here you can see we are calling that event emitter dot shared dot send event, whatever event name you want and whatever data you want to send. I'm again sending back the same title, but you can send whatever data you want. And here in the init you can see we are first initializing the title which we get from objective C. We are initializing the frame, then we are setting the background color of our UI view, and here you can see this is the code for creating a button and adding a button, as well as we are adding on click listener for our button as well. And this is a mandatory method which you have to override whenever you are extending from UI view. Now if you come back over here, so what this is called is as a property observer. So why we need this, like why can't we just write var title colon string, that's it? Because we want to update the title whenever the prop from React Native is updated. So you can see over here that we are updating the prop whenever the prop from React Native is updated. So how we will tell Swift to update it? So for that we need to use property observer. So here you can see the did set method is called whenever the value of title has been updated. I don't require this will set, but I have just kept it for reference. Like this is called before setting the value, did set is called after setting the value. So here you can see I'm updating the button title again once the prop from React Native has been updated. So yeah, that's it on the Swift side, I guess. Yeah, I think so, that should be it. So here again we come back to the documentation, and what you have to do is you have to again run this command yarn add dot slash rtn center text. Then you have to cd to your iOS directory and run this command again. So for now I think you might be seeing a lot of errors inside your Xcode, but make sure you close your Xcode and run this command. And once you run this command, it creates a pod file of your rtn center text. Actually we should have run this command before creating all those files in Xcode, but I think that's fine. But once you open Xcode back, you will see all the errors should have been resolved by now. Now go inside app.tsx and you can import the rtn center text something like this. And here you can see I'm passing the text hello world. Give a width and height whatever you want. And to listen for callback from Swift, you have to use the event emitter, which I have already shown in my previous video of sending data continuously from native side to React Native side. Okay, so this is how I have done. And sorry, this does not print hello emitter, it prints whatever you have given over here, hello world, I guess. So yeah, this is on my event whatever we have defined it on the native side as well. So here you can see center text on my event. Okay, and in body I'm just passing the title back. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.